All right. So when people log into Claim Titan, because you're not the most expensive, you're not the least expensive, you're right there in the middle.
Yep.
Do I join Claim Titan if I need my hand held? And what's the definition of hand holding to you?
There's different levels of hand holding. I'll tell you, the hand holding comes from the software and the service, right? Like we can help as a business, like, hey, you want to get on a phone call and we need to help you? We can hold your hand that way. Does the software hold your hand? That was kind of my intention. You know, when I was in the PA field, I was working with some guys a little older than me, and I had to make it real simple for them, right? What fields did they need to fill out? Nothing more than that, and a big clear button that says we're done. Nothing more, nothing to detract from that. And that's kind of the hand holding I started to approach. How do I come at my software from a true place of understanding the claims process and figure out what do I need to solve? How do I make this frictionless for the person filling it out, right? I don't want to have 100 forms to fill out, right? I just started a client. I want to fill out the 5 things I have right now and move on and go to the next thing. And that is how a software can truly hold your hand. If it's a true software that comes from a place of understanding the domain, understanding what the problem actually is, so that way it can solve it in a problem space that's like, hey, I'm coming from a place of these are the things you're looking for when you're looking for them. I can make it more convenient for you because I'm expecting what you're looking for, versus you hunting around my interface, looking for pages, trying to make this work. Again, adapting how you're working to use the software. The software should be an extension of you.
Got it. And it seems like based off of your previous experience and based off the people that you work with, because I'm a firm believer that simple is valuable. Some people believe that if something looks more complicated, you should pay more money from it. No, more money for it. No, when you start getting up into higher levels of business, the simpler, the better. And I believe it was a quote that Elon Musk said. He said, if you're not subtracting 10% from your process periodically, then you're not doing it right.
I love that.
So it sounds like what you're saying is very intuitive based off your previous experience and based off of not only you being a public adjuster, but working with older people who they needed it more and more simple, just so they know what to push. Does that mean that Claim Titan does not utilize AI because it's so intuitive, or do you have AI components?
We do have AI components, but I like to take a different approach than most people in the industry. I'm a big privacy advocate in the sense that it's your data, you should be in control of it. None of us really know what's going on with this AI stuff. If anybody says they're an expert, they don't really know what they're talking about because we're all trying to figure it out, right? So how does that fit into this space where it's affecting our business on multiple fronts? And so for me, I don't want it to be forced on somebody. The Claim Titan's been around before AI, right? It has a lot of use cases and it will remain that way. But there is a value to AI. Don't get me wrong, I see the value and it does have a place in the right areas. A good place for me would be thinking about if I take on a CRM or some sort of software like this, there is a certain level of work that you have to do to manage that software. And it may become slightly tedious to have to go and enter in these items all the time. AI is kind of good at sometimes doing that little bit of busy work, right? I'm not giving up my brain power or my licensed professionalism to it, but it's helping fill in the gaps of like, take this email, translate it to scheduled items and tasks for me, right? And I can verify that and authenticate it. And an approach I've taken with AI is, first of all, it's all opt-in. Nothing's forced on you. You opt into it. There's clear disclaimers on where the data is going. I'm not locking you behind a certain provider. You can kind of choose. AI has its flavors and its preferences. People like to choose their own styles. And then beyond that, like, it has different use cases within your own firm. Are we heavily on trying to chat with it, interact with it? Is it something that's just helping extract data out of our documents so we don't have to sit here and sort through a 100-page file tediously? We're still making licensed professional decisions. It's just helping kind of alleviate those busy work tasks for us. And so that's a big thing for me, especially when we're coming to the talk of all right, is it going to replace public adjusters and stuff? No, it's not going to replace us. It's an extension of you and your skills and your expertise. And the moment you start giving up those skills and those expertise that you have, that's when you're taking it too far. You're no longer in control. Who's licensed, you or the AI?
Man, that's powerful.